Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to No Filter Toronto, the hottest online talk show, giving you the latest buzz and entertainment news. And I'm Shanika.
I'm Kizzy Roots.
Denise.
And I'm Casey at Ashanti.coco.
You sound like you said cold coast.
You know what I mean?
Coast.
All right.
Yo, you guys already know this week is our education and social and issues. Yes.
So what's popping in the city, man? What's going on?
In the city.
Education wise, well, you guys know Doug Ford. There was a walkout with a lot of colleges and universities because he's not, or he's actually cutting out grants that are free money to low-income individuals. So it'll make all grants payable back to the government, even if it's a small percentage of it. And grants usually are free money, right? So he wants to cut that out. No free money for anybody who wants to get their education.
I'm just not a fan of this.
Not me either.
Ford character. Like, he's nothing like his brother, by the way. We want
Rob.
his brother back.
R.I.P. Rob, for
Yeah,
sure.
for real.
No, but I see a lot of the students are protesting and they're actually getting their voices out and they're, you know what I mean? And it's like the only way you're gonna get that heard is if the people actually come out and use their voice, right? You have to come out and make a change. That's the only way
Numbers.
there can be a change. But like, you know.
But he's been doing a whole lot, trying to cut back a lot.
Yeah, with the medical care.
Yeah,
and
medical
stuff like
care.
that. I just, like I said, I'm not a fan of him. Like, his brother was for the people.
His brother was definitely
And he's just on some next shit.
for the people.
Yeah.
But what's crazy with the medical care is that he's cutting medical care costs, but he's making prescription drugs more affordable.
Ain't nobody care about that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but come on.
But there's people that depend on that, right? So
important.
what do you say about, say your grandmother who's on diabetic meds, and that is what sustains her.
Right.
Imagine if she has to pay that out of her pocket.
Right, but he's
You're gonna have
cutting
to pay it
back.
out your
The
pocket,
prescriptions
actually.
is only one part, but if he's cutting back on the medical care, how is she getting the prescription if she can't see the doctor to get the prescription?
So then that's what we have to find out and
that's what I'm
understand. Is
trying
it
to
like,
say.
can you still use your health card to get free health care, to a certain degree where you're still able to go get checkups?
Because I went to the doctor the other day and I still have a OHIP card, but I still have
Well, of course, nothing has taken effect yet, but these are
medication.
I like the free.
Another issue that's going on in the city is there's this lady, I know her last name is McDonald, but anyways, with the Peel region, what's going on is they basically brought it to the table that there's not enough black teachers that are in the schools for these young black youths. You know what I mean? They're more white dominated, and what she's bringing into there's going to be this whole thing where they're going to start hiring a lot of black teachers, which I think is excellent and perfect, especially for our kind of stuff, because we learn differently. Like, because every child has a different learning curve. You have someone who's visual, hands-on, or someone who can just literally listen to you, and they'll remember everything. Each kid
Auditory
has a different learning disability, so I think it's good, especially to get the black teachers and to teach black history. That has to be added into the curriculum.
They have to see a good reflection of themselves, something that reflects something good about where their people came from, what their people did, so they feel that they're confident enough to be able to do that thing.
Like the African-centric school right on Shepherd.
Right,
I went there for the first time.
For that Moms and Tots movie night thing.
It was actually the Tiandra's event that she had there, and it was amazing. And I was going there and I'm like, they need a lot more of these kind of schools all over. Like,
they just need parent involvement, period. So it's like, it doesn't even matter where you come from. I think just parents need to be involved in the school system,
for sure.
Because even just looking at the setup of classrooms, they're messy. It's horrible.
But the schools don't have money.
No, they don't.
The schools don't have money. So, a lot of things fall to the wayside. Like, even myself, I speak to my daughter's teachers and stuff like that.
Money don't cost. I mean, being neat doesn't cost a thing. I'm gonna tell you right now.
No.
Everything's just
but
everywhere.
I mean, money for supplies, money for people to organize the stuff, or even the teachers to put in the extra effort. The teachers are underpaid,
but then
so the teachers don't want to stay and do extra things.
Look how much students
they shouldn't be hired.
Look how much students they're putting in one class. For the one teacher.
That too is hard for
so
the
this is the reason why I actually seen a video on Instagram the other day of a student. I guess he was kind of like he called out the teacher, I guess, in front of the class. It was like some video on social media the other day of a student talking about the teacher and basically telling the teacher, like, people don't learn like this. So basically he was getting up and he was like talking in front of the class about people don't learn like this, because apparently the teacher was just sitting there and giving them stuff to read out of the book.
I've seen it.
And questions to answer.
I would love to pull out.
Right? So he must have been telling her, like, people don't learn like this. Like, we can't just sit here. Be interactive.
You have to
walk around.
Engage,
let them, have some type of variation.
This is the thing. This is why I'm very happy that they're making that change in Peel, man. Because like I said, man, we do need multicultural teachers out there
and
help the learning curve.
Yeah, my son was in a school and there was 1 or 2, I should say, melanated teachers.
Yeah, I can't say, like, I grew up in America and I was very culture shocked when I came here because we didn't have no white people where I grew up in Atlanta. Like, our teachers were black, the principal was black, everybody was black, the coaches, the students, everybody.
You can see
so when I came here now, and I'm just like,
wow,
oh my god, like, there's no black teachers, like, it's barely any black students. I'm like the only black person. Like, it was very strange to me. So for sure, like, that would definitely create, a better, more balanced learning environment for everybody.
What subjects do you feel like should be taught?
I
History?
think
for sure, like core subjects. For sure.
I think accounting. I think entrepreneurship.
Business,
I think financial literacy,
skilled trades,
for sure. Like
for females as well. Definitely need to be touched upon.
I think everybody should know a little bit about the law. I think
absolutely, you're right.
Is hands down something everybody needs to have in their psyche. Sure.
And another thing I wanted to touch on is I was doing some classes like a while back. I was doing some upgrades for some college courses that I wanted to do, and I ended up doing a gender studies class. And basically, like, just the topics that they discussed, it's like I just felt so conflicted, like, in the class, because they're talking about, one of the issues that they discussed was families raising their children gender neutral.
Right.
Okay.
So basically what that means is they are asking the childcare providers, the teachers, and their family members, and everyone that interacts with this child, not to label the child.
Boy or
girl. And they're also choosing not to identify the sexual organs to the child.
Jesus.
So basically, they're kids in it. Like, the kid is not a he or a she. They let the child decide what games they want to play with, what toys they like, whether they want to wear pink or blue. They don't basically identify any of that or, lead the child in any direction.
Yeah, like they will say, okay, little boy, pink is for girls, blue is for boys.
Right. Yeah, so basically they're just, it's neutral.
Yeah.
So they're not saying, come little boy, come little girl. They're not calling him he or she. They're, like I said, it's neutral. So
I don't agree with it.
I don't agree with it either, because like I was saying to Shanika, it's two different sides of the coin. The first side is, okay, we understand that we don't want to put people in a box. We don't want people to feel, something, some type of way that they're not. I was born this way, that whole fucking Lady Gaga stupid thing that they have. Like, we were born this way, whatever. Right. So I can understand that element as a parent and as a mother. You don't want to force anything on your child. That's not already there. But with the other side of the coin, the child was born a boy or a girl. When the doctor pulls the baby out of the vagina,
they're going to tell you.
They're going to look and say, it's a penis or a vagina.
And that's the scientific term, or phallus,
so my
whatever.
whole thing is,
tell them what it is.
If we are not labeling the children, you know what I mean? Because we don't want the children to develop some type of a complex growing into being a boy when they feel like they're a girl. You know what I mean? That's one part of it. But they are, in fact, a boy if they have a penis. So how is that wrong to identify to this child
that he's a boy?
Yeah.
That he has this physical property.
I can't understand I can't understand that for the life of me, and I don't care if you want to make them feel like, oh, they're not boxed in and they're not limited to.
It is what it is. God created what He created,
and that's what you are. What you want to do with yourself after that,
it's a choice.
Your choice. But me as your parent, you're gonna know you're a boy.
You're equipped with this type of function.
With this, and this is what that does.
Simple.
If you choose to do with what
when
it comes time.
Right, but to me, it's like almost a mental illness. Like, this is a illusion that you're creating, like, with this child. Because I understand innocence. Nobody should be sexualizing a child anyways. You know what I mean? And
I mean, we have to worry about teachers that are actually, you know, engaging in sexual acts with these children.
Right.
There was a teacher the other day that just got charged for having sexual intercourse with young males.
Yeah.
Under the age of 14 or 15, one of them.
Yeah. There's been a lot of cases actually recently, like in the past couple of years of that.
I mean, and this might be in your community, so I mean, these are the things you still have to watch out for. And at that age, my son's 10, and right now he doesn't want to be told certain things. So I can imagine at 13, 14, children don't want to be told what to do or how to act. And they're coming into their self and who they are.
But I think kids are innocent. These are babies. They have no idea what you're talking about. This whole agenda, you trying to say, well, I'm not going to label the child. The child does not know what you're talking about anyways.
Let's talk about things that actually make sense in the real world.
Yeah. Let's just to me, it's just wasting time, you know, to focus on this type of stuff. And it's like pollution, because it's like, we don't need to be thinking about this. We have bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean?
Thank you to all the teachers that put in that real effort for our students and for our children. And, you know, mommies gotta go to work, daddies gotta go to work and stuff.
Big up genuine people, just in general.
Yeah, you know,
with
actually
kind,
go to
care,
their
and
job
hearts.
and go with that energy. They actually go to teach these students something. I mean,
and add to their lives instead of taking away and damaging people's kids.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so going back to, you know, our children being taken care of in the schools through education. I mean, you have children excelling through sports also. You know, children learn in different ways.
That's big.
Shout out to Drake. He actually opened a training facility for athletes to come and practice
do their training,
basically like D-League youths, you know.
The Division 1, Division 2.
So it's like an OVO athletic center.
Right. So shout out him for that, adding that to the city. He also has a bar called the Six Pick. Sports bar. Yes, it's down on
You'll be
Young
going
Street.
to that soon, lady.
Yeah, we're gonna go
that.
and give it a try. And he's also
doing things in the community.
He comes back and he does things, give thanks, you know, for our artists, you know,
I think out of all the artists, he's probably like one artist who like tries to do a lot in the community.
He does. He gives back a lot. He put Toronto on the map.
So did what's his name? Our favorite Canadian artist is Cardinal Official. Like that, there's a couple like basketball rings and courts like in certain areas like that are more at risk, they would call it.
Right, for sure.
So I know big up the artists that actually put back into the community, because you know, I find that once these Toronto artists get out and they blow up, they're gone.
Right, and then they want to start complaining about gentrification and all this bullshit. When if you were doing it in your community,
exactly, you know. So it'd be it's pretty good. Like that's pretty cool, you know. Maybe something that can be more geared to at-risk youth being able to, I guess, because a training facility like that, you have to be actually in a scholarship,
in some type of program,
right?
Or, you know,
yeah. So I would love to see something that some kind of like the youths them can kind of get to freely, you know. It'd be nice, you know.
Yeah, definitely. For sure. Shout out the Raptors. They're actually second in the East Conference, so you already know we're going to the playoffs.
I hope we go to the playoffs.
Yeah, all of that. So one thing too about that, they're trying to switch up the fact that 16 teams go to playoffs, 8 from the East, 8 from the West. They want to change it where it's the top 16 teams, so with the best titles. So it could be all from the East if that was the case, you know?
I think that's better to me, to be honest. Like, because some of the teams from either side is better than whatever, you know what I mean? It's just because you can only make 8 and 8. I think that would be better.
I think so too, and a lot of people,
you know what I mean? Just pick the top of the top, and that's it.
For sure.
Makes sense.
All right, lovely people. Thank you for tuning in to No Filter Toronto. Once again, we are bringing you what's hot, what's relevant in Toronto, and we thank you once again for
tuning in.
Make sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment.
Yeah, they tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what it is.
That's what it is.
Guys.
Peace and love.
Filter Toronto.
Deuces.
NFTO.